Today's episode is Size Doesn't Matter, the warning signs of little dog syndrome. Have you ever heard of that term? Have you ever used that term, little dog syndrome? So when you've got a big dog, the smallest problems can seem enormous. When you have a little dog, the opposite tends to be true. Even big problems seem small. Therefore, issues like aggression, excessive barking often go unaddressed, and your poor pup gets labeled as an ankle biter or yappy. Our trainers are big proponents of letting the owner decide the difference between good and bad behavior. Most of the time, if a dog's behavior doesn't bother you, it doesn't need to be corrected. You're the one living with your dog after all. However, if you're reading this article, you probably have some behavioral concerns, and your dog or some dog you know may have little dog syndrome. Little dog syndrome is when a small dog gets away with bad behavior because of its size. That's right, little dog syndrome is when a small dog gets away with bad behavior because of its size. So dogs don't really see size. You're going to get some good education in this one here today about how we influence this. So how many sitcoms have you ever seen where someone has a beware of dog sign and the aggressive dog on the other side is a toy breed, right? We wouldn't laugh at the bad behavior if it were a Rottweiler, but we do laugh when it turns out to be a Chihuahua. Why is that? Small dogs don't pose a threat. Even if they get too yappy, just pick them up and move them. If they like to nip, put on boots and gently nudge them aside. Crate them, put up a baby gate. This is a way of handling behavior, teaching them anything? Not really. Your dog feels like he has to do more to get attention, and you tolerate it instead of enjoying the relationship you have with your dog to the fullest. Here are some signs that you may have little dog syndrome. Barking. It's easier to ignore barking from small dogs. It can even be cute, but having a dog that constantly makes noise means there's a deeper problem. The most probable cause is fear and anxiety. Jumping. Small dogs often jump for attention to beg for food. Again, it's an easy to ignore 3-pound pooch pawing at your knee, but if you give a dog an inch, they're going to take a mile. Territorial behavior. Small dogs may feel more vulnerable than large dogs. They'll growl, bark, jump, and make themselves seem bigger to try and protect what's theirs. Correcting this behavior early on will save you a lot of stress in the latter part of the dog's life. And aggression. This can stem from fear or too much freedom. Is there going to be a story in the paper about someone getting viciously mauled by a Westland Terrier? Probably not, but that does not make aggressive behavior from a small dog okay. Dogs need structure to thrive, and by failing to set boundaries for even the smallest furry member of your family, you're doing everyone a disservice. If two dogs perform the same undesirable behavior, that behavior should be addressed the same way no matter the size. It's always best to train your dog as early as possible, and the way you train small dogs does not differ greatly from how you would train a large breed. If you aren't sure how to get started, give us a call. Like I said, if you're not in North Carolina, don't worry. We've got an amazing Zoom program where we can serve you anywhere on the planet. So give us a call or get us online at sallysaidso.com to book your Zoom or in-person consultation. In closing, I'd like to say, as always, be the person that your dog thinks you are. Y'all have a good one now.